oh Lord, I thank you for your grace. Oh Lord, I thank you for your grace.
The Bible says that the grace of God is sufficient for you. Are you a believer in that grace? Let's show it. For all your blessings in my life, I thank you for your grace.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Sunny Encounter. It's my pleasure being with you. My name is Emmanuel. I'm so glad that you joined me again today, and I assure you that this program is getting better and better, and I thank all of you that are calling and sending me messages of support. Appreciate that so much. Today I'm going to talk about the youth. I've been talking about them, and I will continue talking about them because they are the investment that we should rely on. They are the future of any community, any country, any culture. That's the youth. The youth should be the number one when you're talking about development, when you're talking about the life of a country and a community. Let me give you a typical example. In eastern part of Nigeria, among the Igbos in particular, when we are fighting against sadists, against violence, against their survival, against people who are killing them for no good reasons, when they were fighting against people who could get a pregnant woman, kill her, open her womb, and kill the child inside. When the Easterners had nothing else to do other than to fight for their survival, to fight for their future, the people that made it very possible were the youth. In the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, that's the place they manufactured what they called Ogbunigwe. And that Ogbunigwe was done by these young men and women of 20 years to maybe like 29 or 30 at most. And they did wonderful and fabulous jobs. And they created the Ogbunigwe, which was built like in 1967, and the world come to know about it like in this 21st century, when it was started being used in Iraq and Afghanistan. But the Igbos, the Easterners, they used this weapon as far back as 1967. You can imagine if these young men and women had been encouraged, how that technology could have looked like today. It could have been a modern weapon. It could have gone nuclear. But a lot of people who were in charge did not encourage it. What did they do after the war? They disbanded all the engineering community in the university and made sure that the University of Nsukka never had an engineering department that could build such future weapons. And that was not the end of it. They thought that it could be a very good opportunity to erase history. Because I know when I was small, I used to hear about Bight of Biafra, which was almost at the south side of Nigeria. Immediately after that war, that thing was erased from the map. But you cannot erase history as far as people are living. At one point or the other, it will come up. Today, in the world, and in Nigeria in particular, there is no job for the youth. We have a lot of universities producing graduates of different calibers, with different skills. And what happens? No jobs. There is money, but there is no job. What happens is that these politicians pocket the money. And the kids and the youth and young adults, they are roaming around for nothing. They say, idle mind is the devil's workshop. Don't allow the mind to be idle, because the devil will go there and be walking like a cobweb. You see how spider goes on the cobweb. So that's why it said that the idle mind is the devil's workshop. So we have to create jobs for our kids, our students, our young men and young girls, so that the country will be better, so that they can be using their intelligence to make positive things that will bring the country and make the people much better, and make the country look better. A lot of things you can see in Europe, in England, and the United States and France. When you go there, you find out that you have Nigerians, you have all people from all over the world. They stay in the same classroom. They learn the same courses, and they go home with the same knowledge. So why can't those knowledge be encouraged to be used in our own country and used for our own best interests? And the people in the politics, what do? Others stealing the money, putting them away, and denying the young boys and girls the opportunity to enjoy their countries. When you see a lot of them trying to reach to Europe, trying to reach to England, they die on the high sea with these inflated boats. Some of them try to cross through the desert, and most of them die. 95% of them die trying to find a greener pasture. And who are responsible for those days? They are our politicians. They are our leaders who don't find it necessary to build our own country, who don't find it necessary to build hospitals, who don't find it necessary to think about the youth and the young adults. In Nigeria, most of these, particularly those in government, they have these cows, and that's more important to them than investing in our youth and the young adults. That has to stop. Let us wake up. I saw a video the other day. This guy embezzled all the money in his possession, and when he was charged to court, we know how the courts in Nigeria and in Africa and most of the third world countries work. But this guy, when he was taken to the court, what happened? He pretended like, he had a plane crash or car crash or whatever. He went to the hospital, bought all these bandages and that stuff, bundled himself and he with his friends to the court of law. He walked away. Where did he end last? When he removed all those trash he put on himself, he went to the mosque, bent down and was praying. I don't know if he was really praying, but he pretended like, because God is not stupid. When you're punishing your own people, when you are a sadist, such hard-hearted person, you don't think about the future, you don't think about the people, and you embezzle this money, you pretend like you went to the mosque to pray, or you went to the church to pray, whichever it is. So we have to wake up. All the youth, I'm always calling on you, because I believe this is your time. This is the 21st century. This is the time where you can stand up and say your mind. This is the time you can wake up and tell the government, this is not, whatever you're doing now is not for us. If you try to do something for us, it must have to be positive for the best interest of the youth and the young adults. We have to wake up. Everybody has to be involved. Why you are being so quiet over it? Why is it that everybody is dying in silence? Wake up, ladies and gentlemen. For your own future, this is 21st century. God bless.
Please, there's a drama playing out. One of these people is pretending to be sick, and I don't know what his name is or who he is. Now watch him now. You can see him is rubbing cream. These are the... Okay, just watch. It's a very funny drama. Nigeria, these are the people killing this country. Watch him now. You can see him rubbing cream. This man wants to go to court, and in the court he will pretend as if he's about to die. Watch him. You see he's standing now. I don't know his name, but he has a court case to answer. Court case for corruption.
He's running from pillar to post. Come and defend yourself. He's running from pillar to
Watch him now. He's charging his phone.
Administration in the state, the governor is Shema is being tried for corruption. This fake whistleblower has not commented about the matter. He is not interested in the matter.
The man is not government now.
He is after. No, of course, Where was he at that time? He didn't blow any whistle. He's based in Kaduna now. He's based in Kaduna. He was close to the government. You know,
all these people, wickedness. God go catch all of now one by one.
You know, so
now this is the court sitting now.
Out with the government suddenly turned against them, and clearly now
see him.
The enemy
See him.
of that administration.
See him now. See him acting as if he's paralyzed.
The feeling that they have is that Katsina.
See the belt on his waist. Look at him now. Look at him. Kai, God have mercy.
Dr. Mustafa
just look at the same man that was bending and rubbing cream. Now he's pretending as if he doesn't have legs again. Criminals. God will expose all of you.
The abuse of the internet is what we see.
Just watch.
Shot 103 videos attacking people. Meanwhile, you
watch
have
him.
no credibility. From what we have seen now,
his
credibility
has been like this in court now. I won't believe that.
His credibility has been thrown to shreds.
Even if you take a look at it, someone who really has spinal cord injury will work better than this. Will work better than this. All these are acts.
Drama.
They are just make believe.
Just Kannywood.
Exactly. He will make a great
Say Kannywood.
All those Kannywood stars, they need to headhunt him. Their producers, he will make a very good actor. You know, especially in the comedy. You know, they should get them. Alinu and other people.
See the collar on his neck.
Kannywood, they need to get this talent so that he can be used.
You can't even suspect.
At this stage, in fact, when I first saw that video, I said, but why should
why this thing trip? Okay.
Somebody who can walk on his own. This person will run faster than.
Can't you see him? He was doing
the prayers.
Watch now. After here, now they will go and pray.
Prayers. If you are not fit.
Okay. Now they are coming back from the court now.
He cannot even bend down to pray.
So the way he lifted himself up.
Look at
this stage, he's been reducing the theatrics.
Yes.
Little by little, reducing the theatrics little by little. You know, because he wasn't sure that people were not.
He didn't know there's a camera in the room.
Still watching. But the moment that door slammed shut,
Bakam.
You know that, okay, all they know now.
He and his accomplices were the people left. At that point, he became his real self. He's an extremely dishonest individual.
You can't set stop with whatever documents this kind of person will bring.
Now see him now, he's praying now. Hey! Nigeria! Hey! The man that has spinal cord injury is not bending down to pray.
Behind this,
see him. Hey, God. God will catch all of you. God will expose all of you.
No one is saying that.
After thieving, after stealing our money, after stealing all our oil money, you go and keep it in overseas account, and then you now come and start faking that you are sick. God will expose all of us.
Simple man, simple.
The wicked will never have peace.
About 14 years now, I've been an event host, MC, compare, moderator, and in about 10 years, I've moderated several events in the oil and gas industry. Particularly over the last 2 years, I was moderator at the oil trading and logistics event, Africa Downstream Week. And some conversations that have come up at sessions where I moderated would just baffle me, like, are these things real? For example, do you know that in the last 3 years, the Nigerian refineries together have refined 0 crude? Nothing, zilch. But it has cost us 10 billion naira every month to maintain these same refineries. I mean, and do Nigerians know these things? The Nigerian refineries can be compared to a beat down, broken down, not serviced, engine knocked Peugeot 403, leaking, rusty, corroded. Nothing working. And even if we were to find the parts to change and upgrade to make it quite new, they'll be extremely expensive and even difficult to find. And should they work, the quality of refined products from these refineries will be less than desired. The standard way less than what is internationally accepted. So I'm wondering, what are we doing? One of the reasons I hadn't talked about this for some time is I was saying, what qualifications do I have? Am I an engineer? Am I a PhD holder? Am I an economist? No. I'm a Nigerian. And if it concerns me, it concerns all of us. So I wouldn't just like to talk about a problem and not prefer a solution or two. Solution number one. Can we please lease or sell these refineries to players in the private sector that know what they are doing and can bring them back to life and possibly convert them into income generating facilities as they were built to be? Or number two, perhaps we should just shut them down completely, counter our losses, walk away, and possibly use the funds to encourage those who have licenses for private refineries, so that at least as a country we can together prosper even more. But by all means, we have to change something. So tell me, what do you think?
Oh Lord, I thank you for your grace. Oh Lord, I thank you for your grace.
The Bible says that the grace of God is sufficient for you. Are you a believer in that grace? Let's show it. For all your blessings